For over a decade, one of our display windows looked like this. But nothing lasts forever. See the Svengoolie tribute window at Alternate Reality.
Coming right up is Indy News number 149. It's an all Image and Friends update. We're going to talk about Robert Kirkman's future plans for The Walking Dead. It's going to include a lot of this. Also, we're going to talk Invincible, and Mark Grayson is in the costume. He's come back, and what's going to be going on with him? We're going to give you the lowdown on that. Meanwhile, in Savage Dragon Land, Eric Larson has got Savage Dragon's kid doing some stuff, and we're going to talk about that. And we're going to wrap it all up with one of the Image founders and his working so real hard to bring back a book from the past that you can help him out with Kickstarter. All that and more coming right up. Here at Alternate Reality, Sundays are super. They're so super, in fact, that we have a sale, a Super Sunday sale. Every single Sunday, our entire stock of trade paperbacks and comics for one character is discounted 25% off all day long. Spider-Man, Wonder Woman, Superman, Batman, Teen Titans, Green Lantern, and dozens of other characters get discounted 25% off. That's one a week, every Sunday, all year long, only at Alternate Reality, where your money works harder.
Indie comics need a champion, someone to attest to their awesomeness. While he's out getting pizza, here's Comic Book Man and Bo.
How much longer should I have to be clenching? Indie Comic Book News, episode 149, The Return of Lucy Caboose.
Hey folks, how you doing? Comic Book Man here. Welcome once again to my video outhouse. Once again, we are doing the show from former holy sites on the south side of the city of Chicago. Now, the place behind us used to be the Comic Book Emporium, and until the mid-'80s, that's what it was. But it was bought by two brothers, and it changed its name to D&B Comics. Now, the D&B stood for the brothers' first names, Doug and Bob, or Don and Bill, or whatever it was. But it was bought by them, and it changed its name, and it became not the Comic Book Emporium anymore, but D&B Comics. And Bo is here with me, and we're doing what? From
Indy News.
Indy News from the front of the old D&B Comics location, which, of course, is being brought to you by Alternate Reality, which is located at the intersection of 11th and Kedzie in beautiful downtown Mount Greenwood. Alternate Reality, where all my new comics are always 15% off every day, especially my Image comics. And our first story up involves Robert Kirkman's what?
Plans for The Walking Dead will introduce other pockets of civilization, all of which have their own leaders. Now, what will this all end up becoming? Well, if you've got a bunch of people living in these little areas and you've got a bunch of people joining along with them, you'll have little armies. And what do little armies like to do? They like to fight.
So they're going to fight.
They'll be fighting everything except, and not just the zombies, they'll be fighting each other.
Fighting each other. So it's sort of like the
Woodbury.
So like the Woodbury. Meanwhile, over in his other book, Invincible, number 105 will feature the return of who?
Mark Grayson's going back to his costume, and the series will change its focus because up to about 100, the book focused on Mark Grayson as a young teenage superhero. Now Mark's an adult. He's in a relationship with Adam Eve. He's got her knocked up. She's about to have a baby. It'll also make Nolan, Mark's father, a regular part of the cast because he's not visiting the book every 15 issues. He lives on the moon, so he just shows up whenever the hell he gets around it because he's about to become a grandfather.
Meanwhile, over in Savage Dragon, Eric Larson is going to bring back who to the Savage Dragon universe?
Well, he's already brought it. Savage Dragon's son Malcolm is going to be the superhero for a while, Malcolm Dragon, because the dragon's in jail because he was taken over by an evil presence, and then he had to get locked up for that. Now, Larson also has a plan to reintroduce Mario Gully's aunt, one of his favorite books of all time. He and Gully had a major falling out. It was all over the social media sites. They were snapping at each other about the concept, but Larson said, you know, that's over and done with. But then Gully said, I'm going to do a new book called Bug. And Larson said, if you do it, I'll sue your ass out of existence. Because it's the same book and you changed the name. So,
well, there you go.
We'll be seeing Ant again, but Mario Gully apparently will be rolling cigarettes or something.
And our last story involves the friend part of Image and Friends, and that's Rob Liefeld, one of the original Image founders, and his plans to revive what?
He wants to bring back Brigade, and he wants you fine folks out there to help him bring back Brigade with the help of the fan site Kickstarter. If he can raise $17,500, he will release the first issue for free.
Oh, we've talked about Kickstarter before. That's a lovely program.
And Pledge and Sentence will include an extreme swag bag, signed variant covers, a signed hardcover collection, and a signed screenplay because at one point Brigade was optioned to be a film. Now this is a situation where you're going, why does Liefeld need money to raise it up for the book to be free? Well, the people working on the book do have to be paid, and Larson says, and Liefeld says, I don't have that much money in my pocket to do something.
Okay, and that's it. We're done with Finish. We're out of here. We got no more Indy news. Go to the store's website, though. Check out all the Indy news Bo sends me. I post up there. Bo!
Yes. Tell them, fine person behind the camera.
MyAlternateReality.com, Comic Book Man, you're next.
So go to the store's website. Check out all his news. Until next time, this is Comic Book Man.
And this is Bo.
Saying, D&B Comics are no longer with us. And neither are us. Bye!
The Video Outhouse is brought to you by some of the finest people willing to work for free. This is a list of some of them.